Hello, everybody. I'm going to give it a few seconds here. Let everybody join in. Let's put this up. Alrighty. As I said, we'll give it a second here before we do the rules here. Let people join in right there in the comments, regardless on where you're playing. I just posted the link where you can grab yourself a score sheet for tonight's game if you choose to print out the PDF. It's not required, but it makes it a little easier. So if you want to grab the official, unofficial branded score sheet for tonight's game, go ahead and click on that link in the comments and get yourself, download the PDF version of our score sheet. Let's do the rules real quick while we get everybody in here. We are going to play, per usual, 5 rounds of pub-style trivia. First round will be a picture round tonight, followed by 3 specific categories, and then a round of general trivia. So 30. Each round is going to be made up of 5 questions worth 1 point each, and a bonus question worth 2 points. Those bonus questions tend to be a little bit harder. That's why they're worth twice as many points. So 30 total questions will be asked in our game tonight. It takes a little over an hour to play, about an hour and 10, 15 minutes. Here's how the game goes. That breaks down. I'm going to read you the questions, and you're going to write down your answers on your score sheets. Once again, there's a link to the score sheet in the comment section, or you can just use any piece of scratch paper you've got lying around the house. Just make sure you have enough room for 30 answers, and you group your answers together by round. So I'll read the questions. They'll pop up on your screen as well, and you're going to write those down on your score sheets. Please do not put any answers in the comment section. Save that for anything but the answers. I will repeat the questions each round in case you need to hear them again. If you miss one, after that, I will then give you a moment to finalize your answers before reading you and showing you the correct answers. You will be scoring your own score sheets in the comfort of your own home. So please, no cheating, no changing answers, filling in blanks, looking up answers while I read them. We're just playing for fun, kind of give ourselves a little break and work out our brains for an hour while we go through these crazy times. So please, no cheating. At the end of the 5th and final round, you're going to add up the scores and put your final score on your score sheet nice and big so you can see it, circle it, then take a picture of it with your smartphone and send it to me via Facebook Messenger. If you're playing on one of our other channels, either YouTube or Periscope, and you're not on Facebook, you can put your picture in the comment section. That works too, or just tell me what you got. Just a reminder, you can double your score for any one of our rounds tonight, just one time. And you do that by circling your group of answers for that particular round before I read you the correct answers. So after I repeat the questions to you, I'm going to give you a minute or so to finalize those answers. That is when you decide if you want to double the points for that round. So say you did really well in the second round. You think you got all 6 questions right. You want to get double points. Circle your group of answers before I reveal the correct answers to you. When we play this game live and in person, we don't you have to turn in your score sheets after each round before you hear the answers, so you don't have your score sheet with you. So it's a little bit of a gamble. So in the spirit of the game, I ask that you please pick the round, circle your answers before the answers are read for your double score. Please don't wait till after I read you the answers and then you say, hey, we got 6, let's circle this. Or just wait to the end of the game and then pick your best round to double That's considered cheating. That's not in the spirit of the game. So let's not do that. So basically, the only 3 rule infractions you can make, of course, is cheating, looking up answers, any kind of the sort. Also, putting answers in the comments section is a no-no, and then doubling your round after you heard the answers. Other than that, we're going to have a fun game tonight. A little bit of a theme tonight, not really, but we're paying homage to a couple of days today. Here's our categories for this Wednesday night. In honor of Veterans Day, we are doing a picture round. Famous veterans. Going to show you some pictures of some celebrities you may or may have not known served in our armed forces at one point in their lives. You just have to identify who they are. So it's basically identify the famous person round. Round number 2, military movies, another round for Veterans Day. War movies have always been popular, both critically and at the box office. So we're going to do a round on military movies. Round number 3, we're going to do a round on heavy metal music, because besides being Veterans Day, it is also National Heavy Metal Day. Did you listen to your heavy metal today? You should have. If not, you're going to get your quota during this round. We're going to ask questions about heavy metal music in round 3. Round 4, state mottos. That's going to be a multiple choice round. I'm going to read you some random state mottos and then give you 3 choices of what state that motto is for. You just have to tell me the correct one. So that will be a multiple choice round. And then we'll end up with our general trivia round. Our final round of the night is just some random questions. But just to give you a heads up, there will be no multiple choice or true-false questions in the general trivia. You either know it or you don't. But our other rounds will include multiple choice and true-false questions to help you out along the way to keep the game close, keep everybody exciting and playing along. So those are our categories tonight. Scrolling at the bottom, you'll see throughout the game my Venmo and PayPal information if you would like to send a tip. Tips are not required to play, but they sure are appreciated, especially since we're starting to go backwards and chances of doing live in-person games are becoming slimmer and slimmer for the next few weeks. So my 2 main sources of income, hosting trivia in front of large groups and scouting and covering hockey games, are not available to me right now. So if you can help out in any way, that would be fantastic. Another way to help out, if you don't want to tip, you can head over to thehockeywriters.com, my author page. The link is there. Scrolling down, you can start clicking on those daily history posts and everything else there. The more clicks I bring in, the more money they give me at the end of the month. So that's another way to help out. Plus, you never know when one of those hockey tidbits from my history posts, history column, will pop up in a trivia game. So those are the categories. That is the begging and promoting portion of the show. So let's get on with our game. And I do want to apologize for bumping our play-at-home game last night. We were supposed to play here, but I got a call at like 11 in the morning that they were able to host. I was able to do a in-person game at Firewater in Edison Park last night, and I'm in no position right now to say no to the money for one night of trivia. So that's what happened last night. Thank you. If any of you who were playing in the room tonight were there last night, thank you for coming out. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do it again this Tuesday or any other Tuesday in the future. Keep your eyes glued to the Facebook page, and you'll be updated. There's a possibility we'll be able to play in person again this coming Tuesday, but of course, if the governor gives us a stay-at-home order again, then that's not happening, and we're definitely trending in that direction. So we will do the wait and see when it comes to that. So let's get on with our game. Round number 1 will be famous veterans. It's our picture round. I'm going to show you some pictures of some celebrities who are also military veterans. You just need to identify who these people are in the picture. Simple as that. Identify who is in the picture. Some of these people you may not have known ever served in the military. Let's start off with our famous veteran number 1. Who is this guy right here? Write it down on your score sheet. Round number 1. Please don't put any answers in the comments section. And while we're talking about famous veterans for round one. I want to take a second. If we have any veterans playing in the room tonight, thank you for your service. It is appreciated by all of us. For people like you who selflessly serve our country, it makes it possible to have silly trivia nights online. So I am appreciative of each and every one of you, and can in debt for the rest of my life for your service. So you are appreciated. Thank you, veterans in the room tonight. Here is famous veteran number 2. There he is. What is this guy's name? Famous veteran number 2. In case you're wondering, we were going to do a Jeopardy style round of trivia last night before I got the call to do the in-person game. That will be done tomorrow night. Tomorrow night is Thursdays are our theme nights anyway, so it's going to be a Jeopardy theme. The game will be completely different. It will be all in the style of Jeopardy in honor of the late Alex Trebek. There will actually be questions used on actual episodes of Jeopardy, and instead of just giving yourself 1 point for each question, they will all have numeric values. So you're going to have to do a little math if you're playing tomorrow night, but that should make the game interesting. Just like in the game, each round will start with a $100 question that's a little easier, and they will progressively get harder as they're worth more money. So we're going to play a round of pretty much real Jeopardy here tomorrow night. That will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Here is veteran number 3 as we roll through tonight's game. So yes, Jeopardy theme trivia will be tomorrow night at 7. That should be fun. We'll do a round on movies, books and authors, television, sports, and then a mixed bag, kind of random, like our general trivia round. So they won't be specific categories like you usually see on the show. I've kind of pulled different movie questions from different rounds and so on and so forth. So if you're a big Jeopardy fan, tomorrow night is your night to come and play. Here's famous veteran number 4. He's right there. Let's see, make it a little easier if I remove the banner for you, so you can see his chin. I don't know if that makes a difference. That's famous veteran number 4. And our last picture clue of the round, famous veteran number 5. There he is. Another one that's getting the chin. His chin's a little more pronounced. So who is this famous veteran? This is veteran number 5. Veteran number 5. And we have a bonus question for this round. Let's get that bonus question up here for you for 2 points. Robert Remus played what famous pro wrestler of the 80s and 90s whose gimmick was all about being a veteran despite never serving in the armed forces in real life? For 2 points, Robert Remus played what famous pro wrestler of the 80s and 90s whose gimmick was all about being a veteran despite never actually serving in the armed forces in real life? Who's the fraud? A professional wrestler that doesn't do what he actually says he does? That's strange. Which wrestler are we looking for? Real name Robert Remus, and never serve a day in the military, even though that was the whole being of his character's existence. Gotta get the logo up there. All right, let's repeat these real quick for you. Let's do our picture clues one more time. We'll run through them fast for you. There's famous veteran number 1. And now coming at you again with number 2. Famous veteran number 3, a second time for you real quick. There he is. And number 4. No, Brutus might have actually been a barber. I think he was a stylist. He wasn't a barber. He was a stylist because he was styling and profiling. All right, number 5 again. Whoops, that's not what we want to do. Number 5, the picture. Brutus Beefcake. Yeah, that's that guy sucks. There's number 5. Believe it or not, Ivan Koloff wasn't even Russian. Bonus question. For 2 points, Robert Remus played what famous pro wrestler of the 80s and 90s whose gimmick was all about being a veteran despite never serving a day in the military? I'm digging this background, though. That's a cool. I like that one. I may have to save that one, use that for different things. All right, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to give you guys a minute or two here to finalize those answers. If you think you did pretty good in this round, go ahead and circle your answers to get a double score, if you so choose. If not, you can use it for any one of our next 4 rounds. If you think you did good in the picture round, you want to double your score, now is the time to put a circle around the entire answer. One of these nights, Dan, I'm going to do an all wrestling night. It will probably just be you and Joe playing, but that's all right. I want to do an all wrestling. Some people either love it and you know it, or you hate it. But one of these nights, one of these Thursdays, I'm going to do an all wrestling night. We do wrestlers' real names, name that finisher, maybe do something fun with the video. We do a video clip round. One of these nights we're going to do. Now that it appears that we're going to have more and more of these at-home nights ahead of us, we will do a wrestling night. If you don't like it, it's too bad. Start your own trivia show. All right, let's do our answers for our famous veterans. Our picture round. Here we go. Number 1 right there. That's a man I wish was alive today because I really would have appreciated his take on these last few years. That's the great George Carlin, who served in the Air Force before becoming a comedian. Well, he's probably always a comedian, but before he got paid to tell jokes, he was in the Air Force. Number 2, that is Marine Corps veteran Steve McQueen. Of course, Steve McQueen was in the Marines. You know who I found out was in the Marines for 6 years today? Drew Carey. I did not expect that. Yeah, Drew Carey was a Marine. That doesn't seem right, but good for him. Famous veteran number 3, that is Alan Alda, who served in the Army during the Korean War, very appropriately, as he went on to play in MASH, which took place in the Korean War. So funny how life works out sometime. Veteran number 4, that is the late longtime owner of the New York Yankees, George Steinbrenner, who, just like Carlin, was also in the Air Force at one time. Yes, that is George Steinbrenner. And number 5, guy with the famous chin, looks just like, man, it's creepy how him and his son have pretty much aged exactly alike. That's Kirk Douglas. Hope you didn't confuse him for Michael Douglas, even though Michael Douglas looks exactly like this these days. But that's Kirk Douglas. He served in the Navy during World War II. So thank you to all of our famous veterans. Now let's talk about our fraud of a veteran, our bonus question. For 2 points, Robert Remus played what famous pro wrestler of the 80s and 90s whose gimmick was all about being a veteran, despite Remus himself never serving a single day in the armed forces? We're talking about Sergeant Slaughter. Big phony Sergeant Slaughter. Even had a G.I. Joe action figure in his likeness. What a fraud. I found this out, and I found this out recently. I know, listen, I've watched pro wrestling since I was 6 years old. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, back in those days. I know all this stuff is fake. But man, I really thought Sergeant Slaughter was a Marine. Like, I really thought he was so good at that because that's what he did. And when I found out that he wasn't, I was like, I was bummed a little bit. Not going to lie to you. I mean, I get it. I know none of these guys are really what they say they are, but that was like the one guy I thought was like not playing a character, was being himself, but not so much. So yeah, that's that. Those answers again for famous veterans. George Carlin was number 1. Number 2, Steve McQueen. Alan Alda was number 3. George Steinbrenner, number 4. Number 5 was Kirk Douglas. And that big fat phony, Sergeant Slaughter, was the answer for the bonus question. So that wraps up round number 1. Take a swig of the Gatorade, and we're going to move on to round number 2. Sticking with our Veterans Day theme for the first couple rounds, military movies is round number 2. War movies, man, they draw at the box office. They win Oscars. People love war movies. I like war movies. Some of my favorite movies are war movies. So let's talk about some military movies. Round number 2 on your score sheets. Here we go with question number 1. Nice and easy, simple. Apocalypse Now takes place during what war? Apocalypse Now takes place during what war? What war does Apocalypse Now take place in? That's a messed up movie. Speaking of messed up war movies, one of my favorites, who directed the classic military movie Full Metal Jacket? Was that Francis Ford Coppola, Stanley Kubrick, or Brian De Palma? Who directed the classic military movie Full Metal Jacket? Was that Francis Ford Coppola, Stanley Kubrick, or Brian De Palma? Who is this Full Metal Jacket guy? That's a great movie. I really like that movie because it's really good storytelling, but I love how and great acting in that movie. But I like how it breaks up from like all the stuff from their basic training to actually being in the war and kind of the whole process of it. It's a very good movie. And of course, you had the performance by R. Lee Emery, who not a fake Marine, a real Marine drill sergeant. So he would kick Sergeant Slaughter's ass. But yeah, his portrayal of the Marine, the drill sergeant, is fantastic. All right, number 3. Enough fawning over Full Metal Jacket. I'm going to watch that this weekend. I haven't seen it in a while. True or false? Heartbreak Ridge is set in World War II. True or false? Heartbreak Ridge is set during World War II. Is that a World War II movie? True or false? True or false? Heartbreak Ridge is a World War II movie. Question number 4. Bradley Cooper starred in which award-winning film about the Iraq War? Was that Zero Dark 30, Hurt Locker, or American Sniper? Bradley Cooper starred in which award-winning film about the Iraq War? Zero Dark 30, Hurt Locker, or American Sniper? Question number 5. What actor portrayed a Nazi trying to kill Hitler in the 2008 film Valkyrie? What actor portrayed a Nazi trying to kill Hitler in the 2008 film Valkyrie? That's a good movie. Despite my disdain for the actor who is the answer to this question, it was a pretty darn good movie. Fairly accurate, too. That's my biggest problem with not just war movies, but historic movies, history movies. You gotta be, in my book, you gotta be at least 80% accurate. Some of these movies are just pure fiction, and it gives people the wrong idea of how things actually happened. But Valkyrie was pretty accurate from my readings on WW2. Bonus question for military movies for 2 points. Which 2001 war film chronicles the Battle of Mogadishu? For 2 points, which 2001 war film chronicles the Battle of Mogadishu? This one, I believe, is pretty fairly accurate, too. Good cast, for the most part. Good cast in that movie. Yeah. I mean, I meant accurate as far as the events. Yes. Nobody having a German accent is more for our convenience. That would involve some acting and acting method, and that guy, he's not good at any of that. All right, let's repeat these questions for you real quick. Number 1, Apocalypse Now takes place during what war? Number 2, who directed the classic military movie Full Metal Jacket? Francis Ford Coppola, Stanley Kubrick, or Brian De Palma? Number 3, true or false, Heartbreak Ridge is set in World War II? Excuse me. True or false, Heartbreak Ridge is set in World War II? Number 4, Bradley Cooper starred in which award-winning film about the Iraq War? Was that Zero Dark 30, Hurt Locker, or American Sniper? Number 5, what actor portrayed a Nazi trying to kill Hitler in the 2008 film Valkyrie? As Joe has pointed out, a Nazi officer who has an American accent for some strange reason. And a bonus question for 2 points. Which 2001 war film chronicles the Battle of Mogadishu? That's a fun city to say, Mogadishu. All right, those are our questions. I'll give you guys a minute to figure those out, your final answers, put them together before I reveal the correct ones to you. If you are going to double your score for this round, now is the time to just put a big circle around your whole group of answers there. So Jeopardy trivia tomorrow. Sunday night, we'll be back Sunday night. I've got a couple requests. Maybe we'll do an all request Sunday. So if you got rounds you want to play, let me know. Put them in the comments here. Send me a message on Facebook. We get a request for Will and Grace. I'll do that Sunday. Carson, I don't know if you're in the room. You gave me a list of categories you wanted to play. I'll pick one of yours. So we need one more category if we want to do an all request Sunday, or possibly a picture round idea as well. So if you've got requests, get them in. Maybe that will be our Sunday night theme. Thursdays will be our theme nights. Maybe Sundays can become an all request night where you guys send in what you want to play and I throw it in there. Therefore, you can't get mad at me for the bad categories for a change. All right, I don't think this was a bad category. Military movies is round 2. Let's go through these answers real quick. Number 1, Apocalypse Now takes place during the Vietnam War. Vietnam is answer number 1. Number 2, who directed the classic military movie Full Metal Jacket? That would be Stanley Kubrick. Kubrick is who we're looking for number 2. Number 3, true or false, Heartbreak Ridge is set in World War II. That's false. That is a movie about the Korean War, or set in the Korean War. Number 4, Bradley Cooper starred in which award-winning film about the Iraq War? Zero Dark 30 was Hawkeye looking for bombs in the sand. Zero Dark 30 was the Osama killing movie. Yeah, Hurt Locker was Hawkeye looking for bombs in the sand. So that leaves American Sniper as our answer. I never saw that one. Number 5, what actor portrayed a Nazi trying to kill Hitler in the 2008 film Valkyrie? That is the acting challenged Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. Listen, he's been in a lot of movies. He's a box office draw. He does his own stunts in Mission Impossible. He's been in a lot of good movies, but he's a crappy actor. Can we just agree on that he's not a good actor? He's been in good movies, but they weren't good because of his acting. Is that fair? Bonus question for 2 points. Which 2001 war film chronicles the Battle of Mogadishu? That would be Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down is about Mogadishu. I want to find out a way I can sneak in Mogadishu at least once a week. That's a fun word to say. Those answers again: Vietnam was number 1. Stanley Kubrick, number 2. Number 3 was false. Number 4 was American Sniper. Tom Cruise was our answer to number 5. And the bonus question was Black Hawk Down. All right, that's 2 rounds in the can. Let's go to round number 3. That's our Veteran Day portion of the show. Once again, thank you to all the veterans. That was weird. Did it just go black on your end? Because it just disappeared for a second here. Veterans Day is today, but it is also National Heavy Metal Day. We're going to celebrate it with a round of heavy metal questions. I know Dan's been waiting for this all day. So we're going to do a round on heavy metal music. I hope you listened to a little bit today. I did while working. It was kind of nice. Listen to some things I haven't listened to in a while. So let's do it. Heavy metal music. Question number 1. What heavy metal band has albums called South of Heaven, Show No Mercy, and Seasons in the Abyss? What heavy metal band has albums called South of Heaven, Show No Mercy, and Seasons in the Abyss? Number 2, which one of these lead singers never fronted Black Sabbath? Rob Halford, Ronnie James Dio, or Ozzy Osbourne? Which one of these lead singers never was the lead singer for Black Sabbath? Rob Halford, Ronnie James Dio, or Ozzy Osbourne? All right. Number 3, true or false? Eddie is the name of the ghoulish mascot for the band Judas Priest. Eddie is the name of the ghoulish mascot for the band Judas Priest. True or false? Eddie is the name of the ghoulish mascot for the band Judas Priest. And if you don't know who is that pointing at you over my shoulder, A, you failed at life, and B, you need to do some serious listening to some amazing music. Baddest man who ever walked the planet, that is right there. Number 4, the band Ghost hails from which country? Are they from Finland, Sweden, or Norway? Scandinavians, yeah. The band Ghost hails from which country? Finland, Sweden, or Norway? Oh boy. Pickle wants to participate in the heavy metal round. Number 5, Metallica has covered songs like Last Caress, Green Day, and Die Die Darlin', My Darlin', which were originally performed by what band? Metallica has covered songs like Last Caress, Green Hell, and Die Die My Darling, which were originally performed by what band? And our bonus question for the heavy metal round. For 2 points, the current drummer of Slipknot is the son of what legendary rock drummer? For 2 points, the current drummer of Slipknot is the son of what legendary rock drummer? Slipknot was one of the bands I listened to today for National Heavy Metal Day. Listened to their first album and their second album, Iowa. I haven't listened to those in a long time. Good stuff on those 2 records. I don't know much of their catalog after that, but those are 2 good albums. All right, let's repeat our heavy metal questions for you one more time. Number 1, what heavy metal band has albums called South of Heaven, Show No Mercy, and Seasons in the Abyss? Number 2, which one of these lead singers never fronted Black Sabbath? Would that be Rob Halford, Ronnie James Dio, or Ozzy Osbourne? Number 3, true or false? Eddie is the name of the ghoulish mascot for the band Judas Priest. Number 4, the band Ghost hails from which country? Finland, Sweden, or Norway? Number 5, Metallica has covered songs like Last Caress, Green Hell, and Die Die My Darling, which were originally performed by what band? Come here, Pickle. Hey. He's a knucklehead. And our bonus question, for 2 points, the current drummer of Slipknot is the son of what legendary rock drummer? What's going on, boo? What's going on, dude? Just scare away the bad guys. Thank you. All right. Give you guys a second here to finalize those answers for our heavy metal round. I know one team that's going to double their score. All right, dude, relax. All righty. Oops. All right, let's do our answers for our heavy metal round. When? This dog is insane. Number 1, what heavy metal band has albums called South of Heaven, Show No Mercy, and Seasons in the Abyss? That would be Slayer. Those are the names of Slayer albums. I do recommend. I'm not a Slayer fan at all. They're not my bag. Just seen them a couple times in concert. They play the same song for an hour and a half. But I do recommend, if you go on YouTube and type in mashup, Slayer mashup, Wham, there is a mashup of the song Seasons in the Abyss with Careless Whisper, and it's freaking amazing. It's so good. You got to check it out. Just do Slayer mashup Wham, and you'll get I think it's called Careless in the Abyss. It's so good. All right, number 2, which one of these lead singers never fronted Ozzy Osbourne? That would be Rob Halford. He, of course, was the original and then brought back lead singer of Judas Priest. Speaking of Judas Priest, true or false, was Eddie the name of the ghoulish mascot for the band Judas Priest? No, that is false. Eddie was the ghoulish mascot for Iron Maiden, not Judas Priest. Iron Maiden. Number 4, the band Ghost hails from which country? Finland, Norway, or Sweden? Sweden is where they're from. They are from the land of IKEA. Number 5, Metallica has covered songs like Last Caress, Green Hell, and Die Die My Darling, which were all originally performed by one of my favorite bands of all time, The Misfits. The Misfits is who we're looking for on number 5. And the bonus question for 2 points, the current drummer of Slipknot is the son of what legendary rock drummer? His name is Jay Weinberg, and he is the son of Max Weinberg, the longtime amazing drummer of the E Street Band. Of course, you may know him from the Conan O'Brien show for all those years. Yep, his kid plays drums for Slipknot. Pretty cool. He's really good, too. So those answers again, Slayer was number 1. Rob Halford was number 2. Number 3 was false. Sweden was number 4. Number 5 was the Misfits. And our bonus answer was Max Weinberg. All right, that's our heavy metal round. It's time to move on to round number 4 of 5 on your score sheets. And this round will be state mottos. State mottos. This is a multiple choice round. I'm going to read you some state mottos and then give you 3 choices of which one it is. You just have to pick the correct answer for each one of these mottos. All right, I stumped Mr. Heavy Metal. Mission accomplished. But now you know it, and now you won't forget it. All right, let's go state mottos. This is fairly simple. Going to give you some state mottos, and then you just got to pick the right one. So number 1, North of the Future. Is that North Dakota, Alaska, or Minnesota? North of the Future, North Dakota, Alaska, or Minnesota? North of the Future. Is that the state motto for North Dakota, Alaska, or Minnesota? Number 2, Crossroads of America. Is that Indiana, Ohio, or Missouri? Crossroads of America. Is that Indiana, Ohio, or Missouri? All right. I got your request, Carrie, for a Parks and Rec round. We'll see about this Sunday. I'm already going to do Will and Grace, so I don't know if I want to do two TV rounds on the same night, but we'll see. I'll get it in there for you within the next couple of games for sure. I promise. Parks and Rec. Number 3, State Sovereignty National Union. State Sovereignty National Union. Is that the state motto for Kentucky, Illinois, or Nebraska? State Sovereignty National Union. Is that Kentucky, Illinois, or Nebraska? Number 4, She Flies with Her Own Wings. She flies with her own wings. That's a real state motto. Is that the North Carolina state motto, Washington, or Oregon? She flies with her own wings. Is that North Carolina, Washington, or Oregon? Number 5, Excelsior. Excelsior. Is that New York, New Jersey, or New Hampshire? Very simple. One word motto. Excelsior. Is that New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire? And our bonus question for 2 points. Montana's state motto is Oro y Plata, which is Spanish for what? For 2 points, Montana's state motto is Oro y Plata, which is Spanish for what? Those of you who took Spanish in high school, it's finally paying off for you. 2 big bonus points. All right, let's go through these again real quick if you need one repeated. Number 1, North of the Future, is that North Dakota, Alaska, or Minnesota? Number 2, Crossroads of America, Indiana, Ohio, or Missouri? Number 3, State Sovereignty National Union, is that Kentucky, Illinois, or Nebraska? Number 4, She Flies with Her Own Wings, is that North Carolina, Washington, or Oregon? Number 5, Excelsior, New York, New Jersey, or New Hampshire? Oh my goodness. And again, the bonus question for 2 points. Montana's state motto is Oro y Plata, which is Spanish for what? 1 second. Good God. All right. Don't hit any buttons. Don't hit any buttons. All right. Let's do our answers for our state mottos with our co-host, Mr. Pickle here. Number 1, North of the Future, is that North Dakota, Alaska, or Minnesota? That is Alaska. Alaska. Number 2, Crossroads of America, Indiana, Ohio, or Missouri? That is Indiana. Indiana, the crossroads for COVID. Number 3, State Sovereignty National Union, Kentucky, Illinois, or Nebraska? That is Illinois, this very state most of us are sitting in right now. Number 4, She Flies with Her Own Wings, is that North Carolina, Washington, or Oregon? That would be Oregon. A goofy state motto. Number 5, Excelsior, New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire. That would be New York. Marvel fans probably knew that. The bonus for 2 points. Montana's state motto is Oro. Almost made it. State motto is Oro y Plata, which is Spanish for what? That translates directly into silver and gold. Silver and gold is the answer we're looking for there. I was told I pronounced that like a white guy who doesn't speak Spanish. So I nailed it. Those answers again. Number 1, Alaska. Number 2, Indiana. Illinois was number 3. Number 4 is Oregon. New York was number 5. And our bonus answer was silver and gold. What do you think, Mr. Pickle? How did you do that round? Come here. Come here. All right. All right, that wraps up our state model. Round number 4, we're going to go into our 5th and final round of the night. No more multiple choice or true false. You either know these or you don't. It is our general trivia round. Let me put the dog down. Get the business. Scratch the shit out of me. All right. So general trivia. This is our final round of the night. We have some random questions. You're hopefully going to come up with these specific answers, and then when we're done with this round, you're going to take a picture of your final score, put it on your score sheet, and send that picture to me via Facebook Messenger. Send it to me either the Trivia Nights with Greg Facebook page or my personal account. Doesn't matter. They all go to the same iPad. I'll be able to find them. We'll crown our big Wednesday night winner. Black dog hair all over my notes now. All right, so let's do it. General trivia, final round of the night. Let's see who's going to take home our bragging rights for this evening. Number 1, what was used as blood in the famous shower scene at the end of Alfred Hitchcock's classic Psycho? What was used as blood in the famous shower scene at the end of Alfred Hitchcock's classic Psycho? What did they use for blood in Psycho? Number 2, what kind of animal is the children's literary character Babar? What type of animal is the children's literary character Babar? Number 3, what is the smallest country in Central America? What is the smallest country in Central America based on actual land mass? Nothing to do with population. Physically, the smallest country in Central America. Number 4, which town in Arizona is famous as the scene of the gunfight at the Old K Corral? Which town in Arizona is famous for where the gunfight at the OK Corral took place? It's a terribly worded question. Got to fire my writer. Which Arizona town was the site for the famous gunfight at the OK Corral? Number 5, what famous musician is also the co-owner of Lionel Trains? Famous musician is also the co-owner of Lionel Trains. I don't know if co-owner, but it's not 50-50, but he owns a good portion of it. And of course, we have a bonus question. It is our final question of the evening. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. Allegedly, if you're one of those conspiracy nuts, maybe that didn't happen. For 2 points, what was the name of the rocket that took the crew to the moon? July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first man to ever walk on the moon. For 2 points, what was the name of the rocket that took the crew to the moon? All right, let's repeat these questions for you real quick. General trivia, final round of the night. Number 1, what was used as blood in the famous shower scene at the end of Psycho? What did they use for fake blood in Psycho? Question number 2, what kind of animal is the children's literary character Babar? Number 3, what is the smallest country in Central America? Smallest country in Central America. Where are my geography nerds? Number 4, which town in Arizona was the site for the gunfight at the OK Corral? Where's the OK Corral? What Arizona town is that in? Number 5, what famous musician is also a co-owner of Lionel Trains, the old model train company? I believe he has a 20% stake in it. What musician really digs his trains, likes his model trains so much he bought a portion of the company? Must be a really good employee discount. And our bonus question one last time. July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first man to ever walk on the moon, or at least in a TV studio. For 2 points, what was the name of the rocket that took the crew to the moon? Looking for the name of the rocket that took Neil Armstrong and crew to the moon in July of 1969. That is our bonus question. All right, I'm going to give you a minute here to finalize those answers. This, of course, is our final round. So once I reveal the correct answers to you here in a moment, you're going to take a few seconds. You're going to add up your scores from all 5 of your rounds. What's your final score, your total, nice and big on your score sheet. Circle it so I can see it. Then take a picture of your whole score sheet and send that to me via Facebook Messenger, either to the Trivia Night page or to my direct Facebook account. If we are Facebook friends, it doesn't matter which one you send it to. They wind up in the same place. But do please make sure, and I know most of you do, like the Trivia Nights with Greg page, especially now with all this uncertainty about when, if and when we can play live in-person games again. I know we did it at the last minute last night. Maybe again this Tuesday, but that all depends on what happens this week. For sure, we're going to play Sunday night here. And then the plan is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays here as well. But if we're doing any of our live in-person games, obviously those are going to take precedent. I don't think we're going to get a chance to do too many more of those. So, but keep your eyes peeled to the Facebook page. That's where you'll get updated on whether or not a Tuesday is going to be played at home or played in person. So as long as the Firewater wants me to be there and they're going to pay me, I'll go. All right, let's do our answers for our final round, general trivia. What was used as blood in the famous shower scene at the end of Hitchcock's Psycho? That was chocolate sauce or chocolate syrup, whichever one you put down. If you either or, that's good. Chocolate sauce / syrup. Number 2, what kind of animal is the children's literary character Babar? Babar was an elephant. Babar the elephant. Remember him? Yeah, those were fun books. Number 3, what is the smallest country in Central America? That would be El Salvador. El Salvador. Number 4, which town in Arizona is famous for being the site of the gunfight at the OK Corral? Also the name of high-quality frozen pizza, Tombstone. Tombstone. That's why the movie is named Tombstone. Number 5, what famous musician is also the co-owner of Lionel Trains? That would be Mr. Neil Young. He's a big train dude. He owns part of that company. That's a good way to show your appreciation. And our bonus question, final question tonight. Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. And if you knew that Apollo 11 was the rocket that took him there, you get yourself 2 bonus points. So those answers again for our final round. Chocolate sauce was number 1. Number 2 was elephant, El Salvador. Number 3, Tombstone. Number 4. Number 5 was Neil Young. And Apollo 11 was the bonus question answer. So that wraps up my portion of the night. I've read you all the questions. You've answered all the questions. Now it's up to you to send me your scores. So take your smartphones out, start sending me those scores via Facebook Messenger, and I will start putting them up on the big board, and we'll figure out who our big champion is tonight. Don't forget Jeopardy tomorrow. We're going to play a whole night in the style of Jeopardy. Not only will all the questions be actual Jeopardy questions, you'll have to answer in the form of questions, just like they do on the show. But each question will also have a new cash value to you. You're not going to win any cash, but so it won't be your standard scoring of just 1 point. I got 4 points that round. You're going to get 500, 600, whatever. Same deal. We're doing it all in the style of Jeopardy. That is tomorrow night. That should be fun. Hopefully you'll join us for that. Okay, let's get some of these answers. Let's get us some. All right, why isn't this working? There we go. All right. Carrie, the Goonies, I have your score. Thank you guys. As always, I appreciate your support. Hopefully, you guys are feeling better and okay, and everything is good to go on your end. Team Rios, Joey, and Anna, I have your score. Thank you. Didn't know the Slayer question. All right. Let's see here. Go to the other account. All right. We have Dan loves you for round 3. All right. Thank you. But you didn't get the bonus. I have your score, Team Gloats, Zupan, and Dan. I appreciate it. Good thing you doubled the picture round then. It's the only question you missed on that. All right. Let's see here. What else we got going on? All right, let's do this real quick. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Oh, pickle. We'll be all right. I promise. All right, we have here. All right, let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody. Let's see, we don't have any stragglers coming in. All right, let's just give out our top 3 for this evening. You guys are our top 3 scoring teams. In third place with 35 points, we have Joey and Anna, Team Rios. Thank you guys. Maybe I'll do some more Spanish questions in the future. All right, let's do second place. We've got, second place. Sorry, I'm distracted here. The Goonies, 36 points. Thank you guys. As always, I appreciate it. You guys finish in second place with 36 points. Our big winners tonight, though, are our Gloats, Zupans, and Dan squad. You guys got 40 points. Yeah, 40 points. You guys, only question you missed was the bonus question on the heavy metal round. But now you know that Slipknot and Bruce Springsteen are forever connected. Who would have thought? But you guys are our big winners tonight. Thank you guys for stopping in and playing. And we will be back here tomorrow night for our Jeopardy night. Then we'll be back Sunday. I'll try and fill out some of those requests you guys have been making for Sunday for sure. Keep your eyes peeled for those categories. I'll post them sometime Sunday morning. Jeopardy tonight, and then tomorrow night, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on Tuesday if we're either playing here or if we're playing in person. My money's on playing here. So yeah, just like to keep your eyes on the Facebook page. I'll keep you updated. Until then, until we get back together tomorrow night for Jeopardy, just keep doing what you're doing. Be safe, be good to yourselves and one another. Wear your masks when you go outside, and just be considerate. It's crazy right now. Let's not go nuts. Let's not make it worse. All right, kids, we'll meet back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. for our Jeopardy night. Take care, everybody.